Welcome back to Racing to Win. We're looking at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Seen race 8 before the break, so it's time to check out the last now. The O'Brien handicap over the 1200 metres. Starbright, top of the book, wider draw, but gets that £10 claim once again. Beauty Charge has been back to the trials since his last start. 9th Tiger Legend has his first start. Raced under the same name when trained by Les Bridge, now with Jamie Richards. 3 trials. He was the Group 3 Vogue plate winner at Doomben over the 1350 in Queensland. Mark the moment, Happy Valley debut, no trials here. The runner is coming back from the 1650 to his favourite 1200 metre trip. Compassion Spirit's a 4-time course and distance winner. Sugar as he's a second start in Class 3. And Stormtrooper, only fair last time. Ruin Mai gets on board. He's had 4 rides for a couple of placings on horse number 12. Let's look at the runners for the 9th. Nick, what about the speed here? The anticipated pace is good again.
Yeah, look, I think it will be. I mean, you've got a horse like Nordic Dragon who's returning to Happy Valley, and he went forward on debut when winning, when he beat Melbourne Hall and did it very impressively. But he's drawn 12, so look, he does have to come across, and he's going to have to show some really good early gate speed to get to where he ideally wants to be. Mark the Moment might just push forward as well. He's actually drawn in gate number 5, and this will be his debut around Happy Valley. Now, Tiger Legend is an interesting one because he sat on the pace when winning in Australia and was impressive in doing so on wetter tracks. So they might well use him to good effect from an early stage. And Adios, he might also just try to press forward as well. Not necessarily a leader, Paul, per se, but he has sat very close to the pace.
Yeah, just a bit of pace in this race. I think the horse like Sugar will probably go back a little bit further than he would like. Stormtrooper, we know he normally goes back as well. Beauty Charge, the runner shouldn't be too far away either. So, yeah, interesting sort of race, but the pace should be okay in this.
It's going to be set up by Nordic Dragon. Looking at that, and the man that's going to be on the back of Nordic Dragon is Vincent Ho.
Vincent, Nordic Dragon is an interesting runner on Wednesday's card for the notable fact that he's returning to Happy Valley. First of all, what did you make of his run at Sha Tin? What was the takeaway from that performance?
I mean, a little bit disappointed, but I think it's still young and never raced there before, so we can forget that, or in the future, he can still go back and have some more experience there.
He's had a couple of trials, Vincent, since that run last time out. Has he give you all the right feels in those trials to suggest that he's a winning chance perhaps on Wednesday?
The first trial back at Happy Valley didn't give me that feel, but Sha Tin did. So the one recently gave me a good feel, and his gallop's been very well. Yeah.
Could you possibly attribute the trip to his perhaps slightly below par run last time, being it was 14 and he returns to 1200 here where he's won twice?
Yeah, he's back to 12, Happy Valley. He should run very well, very competitive. His fitness is back, and after some time off, but now I think he's ready.
He's got to overcome that slightly disappointing run last time. He's also got to overcome barrier 12. Now, there's no better man this season than yourself, Vincent, around Happy Valley. How do you do that on this horse?
Just ride how he feels, and he has the speed. He can be up there. He can, if they're fast, he can be, just sit behind them. So it's quite quite straightforward horse to ride, and you should run very well.
And just for yourself, I mentioned Happy Valley. It's been a real happy hunting ground for you so far this season. I think rarely does a meeting go by when you don't ride a winner. So I think at this stage, you're the most successful jockey there this season. Long may that continue as well.
Yeah, that's very strange. Even Zach is over half the number more than me, and it's very strange. But of course, I ride for some good stable around Happy Valley, like my ex-boss and Francis, Frankie, and they all perform very well at Happy Valley. So I mainly ride for them, and of course the number should be more positive. Yeah.
That's Vincent's thoughts. Paul, What do we do with him? So good at Happy Valley's first two. Outside draw, failed at Shah 10. Outside draw back to Happy Valley.
He's drawn outside at Happy Valley in the past, though, in 8 and managed to get across, right? And he got across and led on that occasion. So, look, I'm going to forgive the run at Shah 10. It was a completely new course for him. He's still a young horse coming through. He knows Happy Valley well. He's performed well. He's unbeaten at Happy Valley. So I wouldn't drop him just on that Shah 10 run.
No, fully agree. Look, it wasn't a quick turnaround by any means, but he was obviously dominating here over 1200, went there 14. Look, he might not be a horse for Shah 10 as it may transpire in time. So, look, I agree with Paul. I think you give him another chance. You judge him on what he's done at Happy Valley, and for me, he might be a tough one to beat here.
OK, so stick with the Dragon back at the Valley. Of course, Carroll Street beat him home in that trial and he won on the weekend. Valley form now, Nick, and we feature Adios here in the yellow colours. He does have to carry the 134 pounds. That's one less than last start. Sugar's got a good record at the Valley, but lightly raced in this grade, and Compassion Spirit not going as well as what he can. He might be looking for maybe something a little easier.
Possibly, yes. One win from 29 only. Still £6 higher than his last win. Adios, look, his run here was okay. Look, he returned with a cut leg. I mean, I'm not privy to how serious that was, but it clearly hasn't kept him off too long. But look, he was fair, I thought. His run here was fair, and Sugar, well, he's finished upsides him, so yeah, I suppose you judged them equally, Paul.
Yeah, I haven't got them, either of them in. I just thought Adios with barrier 9, it's a tricky draw with a big weight, and he just plugged away there. He had every chance, I thought. So with this wider draw, I think he's won 2 already this season. Maybe he's done his money.
OK, on to some Shah 10 form now, and this horse on the inside there, Paul, is Mark the Moment. This was quite a strong field that he comes out of. He ends up running third behind Dragon's Luck.
Yeah, it was a good run. Look, he's actually performed pretty well in all his 4 starts here in Hong Kong. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 5. The horse is going well. He's got to come to Shah 10 under Happy Valley, I should say, under lights for the first time. But look, he's doing everything right at this stage.
Yeah, the horse that runs into second, and that's the Behemoth Mighty Stride, and he's a pretty handy type as well. He's not finished far off of both he and Dragon's Luck. So, look, I think the form is good. He's a nice type of horse, and he's going to be fascinating at Happy Valley for the first time. All
right, good report for Mark the Moment. Now, we're going back, Nick, 2 runs for these 3 because they have only been fair since, but this is what they can do on their night. Beauty Charge runs second. We've also got Golden Link, whose last 2 out of 3 at Happy Valley have been good, and Stormtrooper, he was better on the outside, but since this race, their form hasn't been quite as strong as this night.
No, it hasn't. And look, the one I think I'd like to take out of it is Beauty Charge. 1 run at Happy Valley, and it was this one, and it was a good run. So returning here, I think it's got to be a positive. Stormtrooper, I know he's one of your favourites, Mark, and he does deserve to win a Class 3, Paul, but he just struggles to get there.
He does, doesn't he? Look, yeah, I agree. I've got Beauty Charge out of that lot in this.
All right, one of the first starters on the night, Paul, is Tiger Legend. There he is in the Bon Ho colours leading for home. Had 10 starts prior to arriving and, as mentioned, was a Group 3 winner.
Like this trial, I mean, Unpresuming, Janu Flash, Super Sunny Singh, Thunderbolt Horse was all in this trial. So it wasn't like a minor trial by any stretch of the imagination. They're all rated quite highly, those horses. He could have won the trial easy if he wanted to. Zach just gave him a nice run on the inside there and didn't let him go.
He didn't. Look, all of his form, his 3 wins in Australia came on wet tracks. He's obviously a decent type and he's well drawn, so he's certainly very interesting.
All right, there's no forecast rain for Wednesday night. Who wins this, Paul?
Going to go with Nordic Dragon. I think he can overcome that wide draw and get across and see if he can bounce back here at Happy Valley. He's unbeaten at the course. Tiger Legend did like that trial. He's had 3 of them to get him ready. Mark the Moment in there for 3rd, and Beauty Charge. We've talked about those 2 as well. So 6, 4, 5, 3.
Yeah, Nordic Dragon for me as well. I think he's a great chance back at Happy Valley and certainly willing to forgive him that run at Shah 10. So he'll go on top over Mark the Moment, who I think's got a decent future here in Hong Kong still. First run at this track. Beauty Charge in, judged on his 1 run at the City Circuit. And Tiger Legend, look, I've put him in for 4th. I think he'll acquit himself well off some good trials. 6, 5, 3, 4.